Hello, how are you? Uh, in this video, I'm going to discuss a theory of the motivation, which is known as a psychological empowerment. So let's start a slideshow. Okay, psychological empowerment, which reflects an energy rooted in the belief that the work tasks contribute to some larger purpose. That means that the work is it's a kind of a intrinsic motivation. That means that the work by itself gives you a reward for that particular task. Work by itself is such a motivating for you that you are more satisfied by doing that kind of the work. The nature of the work is such a satisfying for you that you are enjoying that work by performing those activities, and that links with the intrinsic motivation of a person. And we have also discussed about the satisfaction with the work itself uh, in chapter number 4 about the job satisfaction. There are four concepts which are particularly important to understand the um, psychological empowerment of a person. So the first concept is the meaningfulness, and by meaningfulness we mean captures the value of work, goal, or purpose relative to person's own ideals and passion. So it's quite easy for you that if you are quite motivated or excited for that particular kind of the work, if you are excited by yourself to do that kind of the work and that work has been assigned to you in your organization, so you are more motivated to engage in that kind of the work. But manager can also engage the people and instill a sense of the meaningfulness by explaining a exciting vision about their organization, the exciting vision about their work, and through by sharing this exciting vision, they can provide a meaning for an employee to engage in that kind of the work, and that can also increase the meaningfulness of the work. The second concept, which is important to the psychological empowerment, is a self-determination. And self-determination means reflects a sense of choice in the initiation and continuation of the work task. That employees has a discretion to decide about the activities required to perform that particular task. That means they have a certain kind of autonomy to decide about the modalities and about the procedures of their work. And the manager can also instill that kind of self-determination, but not by not to being a micromanager. They can provide a manager can provide a space to their employees so they can decide about how they are going to perform their job, and that can increase the self-determination about their work task. The third is the competence, and competence captures a person belief in his or her capability to perform work task successfully. If you remember that we have discussed in the instrumentality during the expectancy theory, the concept of the self-efficacy, the competence is also related with that concept of self-efficacy, that how much that person believe that he or she can complete that particular task successfully. Manager can also instill a sense of competence by providing opportunities for training, for knowledge gain, and expressing positive feedback to them and providing challenges that match with their employee skills levels. And employees can also improve their competence by engaging in a self-directed learning activities and seeking out feedback from their managers and their colleagues as well. The fourth concept, which is important for the psychological empowerment, is impact. And by impact, it means it reflects the sense that a person's actions make a difference, that progress is being made toward fulfilling some important purpose. And for example, phrases such as moving forward, being on track, and getting there convey a sense of impact. Uh, That means your work has certain kind of a relevance in that particular society as well. The opposite of the impact is a learned helplessness. The sense it doesn't matter what the person does, nothing will make a difference here. And phrases such as at a standstill, going nowhere become more relevant. And what manager can do by they can celebrate the milestone where the employees are achieving, through which they come to know that whatever they are achieving, it is relevant in their organization. And so this is how there is a one book which is a drive, and the drive, the book written by the Daniel Pink, and he said that the persons are more motivated if the work is intrinsically satisfying for them. Psychological empowerment is focusing more toward on the is actually focusing on the intrinsic motivation, the internal motivation of the person. And the four important concepts which are contributing to the psychological empowerment is meaningfulness, self-determination, competence, and impact. Okay, that's a psychological empowerment. And if you have any question, you can basically share in the chat box.